Despite the fine brushwork of his pictures, this man has no hands. Look at his paintings. He has done a series called The Nobles of Kar. You recognize none of the faces, but you do your best to commit them to memory for future reference. Pictures are detailed and very realistic. The artist, whatever his secret, is clearly quite talented. Would you like to buy a painting? They are all originals, I assure you. It does not seem possible. How does he hold the brush? Artist beams at you and adjusts his sitting position. What happened to your hands? The smile slipped ever so slightly. Someone did not like the picture I drew of them, he replies. I think he saw a little too much truth in the image. You hold the brush in your mouth? No, nothing like that, Yar shakes his head. But, to know my secret, you must step inside my hut. There is a painting I am working on, even as we speak. He points with his chin. Please. Sure. The walls of the hut are covered in sketches, and the floor is splattered with paint and ink. The center of the room is an easel. Working furiously behind it is a floating brush, seemingly guided by an invisible hand. Let's watch the brush. It just moves at hypnotic speed, darting in and out of the different paint pots on the floor, and then whipping across the canvas. Whatever is being depicted on the... It seems the brush would like to finish as quickly as possible. Let's look at the canvas. The brush is painting an image of you. He needs to edit the picture, refining it. Stop the brush from working. Spells. I know magic too, buddy. N-I-F... No. M-U... No, that wouldn't help against a floating paintbrush. D-O-Z... Well, I guess I could do that. Slowness? Oh... Darn it, artist hut. I figured. Stop the brush. What spells can I cast? Doze only works on living things. I thought so, but it said slowness, but it means sleepiness. That won't help. That won't help. That'll help. But it's so expensive in terms of stamina. Let's try to slice it. Stab the canvas. Commanding the painting to grab my money. Ow. Can I go back? I'm gonna redo this fight. This is way too painful. Shameful. Oh, doggone it. Still 4. Well, it was better. He's gonna go all in. Yeah, he had more in that than I did. Competent. Okay. Shinva, 5th noble, Sita 2nd noble, Sansa's 1st noble. Your painting just tried to kill me. Taking my reward already. You know of the nobles. Vic for 1st noble. Lord Shivna is 5th noble. There's a lot of nobles to keep track of. I can go back down? Is there anything back there? No. Okay. No. Ask someone for directions. It's easy. Just follow the decreasing prices. The lowest priced goods are always just on the outside of the market. You think the creature. People in the crowd nudge and bang into you. What a nice serpent head. Whatever a serpent head is, they're very nice. On the price of the carpets as you pass by. They fall from 40 gold pieces to 10. You feel confident you're on your way out. Then you spot daylight and hurry forward. Escape! Freedom! Riding blinking into the sun sign, you find yourself near a tall statue beyond, which is a wider plaza. But the statue is a drinking fountain. Drink. Heals you. To the plaza. Paved clearing, perhaps intended for visitors to the market to tie up their horses. But if any have, then it would seem their horses have been stolen. All around the slum, houses rise tall, squats piled on squats, emitting a thick and terrible smell. There are not many creatures about. The main road continues between the slums and heading up a low rise. Side alley leads left. Let's look left. Slum district, but its lanes are slung with decoration and ragged bunting. Look right. Slightly grander buildings. Ivy and gripeweed hang from bent metal railings. The whole place seems empty and deserted and dark. Almost invisible narrow doorway. A figure with no higher than your knee dashes out and collides with you, sending you sprawling. They cry out an apology as they hare away down the street. I just lost gold. Run after the figure! You know a pickpocket when you feel one of their hands slip into your purse. You catch sight of them slipping into a narrow alley further up the road. Take you off the main track and into the maze-like back streets of Kar if you follow. Slum districts of Lower Kar are unlikely places to find nobles, but you might be able to learn their names or where they're hiding. Follow the thief. Twisting and turning between tall buildings. The thief is a small child who freezes for a moment, then begins to run twice as fast straight towards a high-boarded fence. The child looks spry and sprightly and terrified. You wouldn't put it past them to try to climb over their way out. Let's cast a spell. Something that doesn't require an ingredient, please. Clumsiness. The child immediately trips and falls. It gets quickly to its feet and tries to climb the fence, but every jump it misses. It cannot find a handhold. A few more tries, it gives up in despair. Grab the child by the scruff of the neck. It's a young girl. She squirms and wriggles clumsily as she tries to escape. I think you robbed me. You know I didn't. I never would. I'm being chased by the guard. Are you a guard? No. I'm escaping from the guard myself. Then why are you chasing me? You stole from me. I dropped your money when you were running after me, she replies in color. Suddenly you hear footsteps behind you. You can react. A figure has grabbed you by the scruff of your neck and holds you. My money! Don't be afraid, murmurs a voice. I'm afraid. Hilt to your sword, but the man catches your wrist just as quickly. Not so fast! You misjudge me. See, it is a dark-skinned man with a beard, short stubble. He releases you, holding up his hands to show he means no harm. Apologies to give you a fright. I thought you were attacking that child. Please sit and talk with me for a while. That child stole from me. I'm sure she did. That's how they eat around here. But you can take it, I'm sure. You don't need to take revenge on children, surely. No, but I would like my money back. You know, I need to eat too. Building and realize you're in his home. Well-furnished, rich woven tapestries on the wall. Look him over. He is a noble-looking sort. He wears fine furs and a cloak. He seems friendly enough. But there is just enough of a mischievous glint in his eyes to give you pause. But he can't be a noble. You don't recognize him from any of your pictures of the nobles of Kar. Ask him about himself. He seemed to be a wealthy man, you remark, looking around the room. Me? No, nothing like that. I used to be a hero, traveling with Glendragfor the Heroic, if you've heard of him. Goes over to a counter and takes down 2 mugs of a tankard of ale. I'd like to ask you about your business, but before I go into that, would you like some ale? Well, I don't know. Would he try to poison me? Clearly one of the heroes has fallen, since he's now a slaver. Would the other heroes have done the same? Sure. The man returns with 2 mugs of ale, and he places one deliberately in front of you. So let me tell you about my city, he begins conversationally. The center of car is built around the porch, and it can be a dangerous place at night.